Shanti. This is the Sakar Murli of 29 of December 2023. Essence. Sweet children, stop being confused by questions and remain Manmanabhav. Remember the Father and the inheritance. Become pure and make others pure. Question. Why can Sib Baba not let you children worship him? Answer. Baba says, I am the most obedient servant of you children. You children are my masters. I salute you children. The Father is egoless. Children have to become equal to the Father. How can I let you children worship me? I don't even have feet that you could wash. You have to become God's helpers and serve the world. Song. This is a story of the battle of the weak and the powerful, of the lamp and the storms. Om Shanti. Incorporeal God Siva speaks. Sib Baba is incorporeal, and the souls who say Sib Baba are in fact also incorporeal. They are residents of the incorporeal world. You have become corporeal in order to play your parts here. All of us have feet. Even Krishna has feet. They worship those feet. Sib Baba says, I am obedient. I don't have feet that I would make you wash and worship them. Sannyasis have their feet washed. Householders go and wash their the sannyasis' feet. It is human beings who have feet. Sib Baba doesn't have feet that you would have to worship his feet. That is the paraphernalia of worship. The Father says, I am the ocean of knowledge. How could I allow my children to wash my feet? The Father says, salutations to the mothers. What should the mothers then say? Yes, they should stand up and say, Sib Baba Namaste. Just as others say Salam Alaikum, salutations to the master. However, in that too, the Father has to say Namaste first. He says, I am most obedient. I am the unlimited servant. He is incorporeal and so egoless. There is no question of worshipping. How can I let the most beloved children, who become the masters of the property, worship me? Yes, little children bow down at the feet of their father because the father is senior. However, the father is in fact also the servant of the children. Baba knows that Maya troubles you children a lot. It is a very severe part. A lot of limitless sorrow is yet to come. All of this is a matter of the unlimited. It is only then that the unlimited Father comes. The Father says, I alone am the bestower. No one else can be called the bestower. Everyone asks the Father for things. Even sages ask for liberation. The householders of Bharat ask God for liberation in life. So the bestower is one. It is remembered, the bestower of salvation for all is one. If the sages themselves are making spiritual endeavor, how can they grant liberation or salvation to others? The proprietor of both the land of liberation and the land of liberation in life is the one Father. He only comes once and at his own time. All others continue to enter birth and death. That one only comes once when the kingdom of Ravan has to end. He cannot come before that. It is not in his part of the drama. So the Father says, you have now received recognition of me from me. Because people don't know me, they have called me omnipresent. It is now the kingdom of Ravan. It is only the people of Bharat who continue to burn an effigy of Ravan. So this proves that the kingdom of Ravan exists in Bharat and that the kingdom of Rama also exists in Bharat. Only the one who establishes the kingdom of Rama explains how it is now the kingdom of Ravan. Who explains this? Incorporeal God Shiva speaks, souls would not be called Shiva. All souls are saligrams. Only the one is called Shiva. There are many saligrams. This is the sacrificial fire of the knowledge of Rudra. When those Brahmins create sacrificial fires, they create a big Shivlingam and many small saligrams and worship them. The goddesses are worshipped year after year, whereas they create them saligrams of clay every day and worship them. There is great respect for Rudra. They don't know who the saligrams are. You, the Shivshakti army, make impure ones pure. Shiva is worshipped, but what about saligrams? So many people create a sacrificial fire of Rudra and worship these saligrams because you children also made effort together with Shiv Baba. You are Shiv Baba's helpers. You are called God's helpers. The incorporeal one himself would surely enter someone's body. In heaven, there is no need for any help. Shiv Baba says, look, the children are my helpers. They are number wise. Not everyone can be worshipped. This sacrificial fire only takes place in Bharat. Only the Father explains these secrets. Those Brahmins and merchants don't know this. In fact, this is the sacrificial fire of the knowledge of Rudra. You children become pure and make Bharat into heaven. This is a big hospital where we become ever healthy through yoga. The Father says, remember me. Body consciousness is the number one vice that breaks your yoga. It is when you become body conscious and forget the Father that the other vices also come. It takes a lot of effort to have this yoga constantly. People consider Krishna to be God and worship him. However, he is not the purifier that his feet would be worshipped. Shiva doesn't have any feet at all. He comes and becomes the servant of the mothers and says, remember the Father and heaven, and you will then rule a kingdom for 21 births. 21 generations are remembered. They are not remembered in other religions. None of those of the other religions receive a sovereignty in heaven for 21 births. This drama is also predestined. Those of the deity religion who have become mixed in other religions will emerge again. The happiness of heaven is limitless. There is very good happiness in the new world, in a new building. As soon as it becomes a little old, there are some flaws in it, and so it has to be repaired. Therefore, just as the Father's praise is limitless, so the praise of heaven is also limitless. You are making effort to become the masters of heaven. No one else can make you into the masters of heaven. You children know that the scenes of destruction are very painful. You should claim your inheritance from the Father before that. The Father says, now belong to me. That is, come into God's lap. Shiv Baba is great, and so you have a lot of attainment. The happiness of heaven is limitless. As soon as you hear its name, your mouth begins to water. They say so and so has gone to heaven. Everyone loves heaven. This is hell, and no one can go to heaven until the golden age comes. The Father explains, this Jagadamba goes to heaven and becomes the Empress Lakshmi, and then the children also become this, receive a status number wise. Mama and Baba make more effort. Even the children will rule there. It would not be just Lakshmi and Narayan who rule there. So the Father comes and changes you from human beings into deities. He teaches you. They say that Sri Krishna makes you that, into deities. However, Sri Krishna has been sown in the copper rays. Deities don't exist in the copper rays. Sannyasis cannot say that they show you the path to heaven. God is needed for that. They say the gates to liberation and liberation in life will open at the end of the Iron Age. This is the sacrificial fire of the knowledge of Rudra. I am Shiva, Rudra, and all are saligrams. All of you are bodily beings. I have taken a body on loan. All of you are Brahmins. No one except Brahmins can have this knowledge. Sudras can't have it. The deities of the golden age had divine intellects. The Father is now making you become like them. Sannyasis cannot make the intellect of anyone divine. Although they themselves are pure, they still fall ill. In heaven, no one would ever fall ill. There is limitless happiness, and this is why the Father says, make full effort. This is a race. This is a race to be threaded in the rosary of Rudra. We souls have to race in yoga. The more yoga you have, the more it will be understood that you are running fast and that your sins will continue to be absolved. While walking, sitting, and moving around, you are on a pilgrimage. The pilgrimage of your intellect's yoga is very good. You say, why would we not remain pure in order to attain the limitless happiness of such a heaven? Maya cannot shake us. You have to make a promise. This is your final birth and everyone has to die. And so why not claim your inheritance from the Father? Baba has so many children. There is Prajapita, and so he must definitely have created a new creation. The new creation is of Brahmins. Brahmins are spiritual social workers. Deities experience the reward. You are serving Bharat, and this is why you alone can become the masters of heaven. By serving Bharat, you serve everyone. This is the sacrificial fire of the knowledge of Rudra. Shiva, not Sri Krishna, is called Rudra. Sri Krishna is a prince of the golden age. Those sacrificial fires, etc., will not exist there. This is now the kingdom of Ravan, and it has to end, so you will never create an effigy of Ravan. The Father himself comes and liberates you from those chains. He even liberated this Brahma from the chains. Look what everyone's condition has become by reading these scriptures. So the Father says, now remember me. You don't have the courage to remember the Father. Some don't remain pure and continue to ask useless questions. Therefore the Father says, Man mana bhav. If you become confused about something, then put it aside. Become man mana bhav. Don't think that you have to stop studying because you didn't receive a response to your question. Some say you have God here, and so why don't you give a response? The Father says you are only concerned with the Father and the inheritance. You also have to remember the cycle. Those people also saw the Trimurti and a wheel bracket cycle. They write victory for truth, but they don't understand the meaning of that. You can explain to them. When you remember Shiv Baba, you would also remember Brahma, Vishnu and Shankar, the residents of the subtle region, and by spinning the discus of self-realization, you will become victorious. Victory means to gain victory over Maya. This is a matter of such great understanding. Here, the law is that storks cannot sit in a gathering of swans. The BKs who make everyone into angels of heaven have a huge responsibility. When someone comes, first of all ask him, do you know the Father of souls? Those who ask the question must surely know the answer. Sannyasis would never ask such questions. They don't know. You should ask, do you know the unlimited Father? First of all, become engaged to Him. This is the business of Brahmins. The Father says, O souls, have yoga with me because you have to come to me. The golden age deities have remained separated for a long time, and so they are the ones to receive knowledge first. Lakshmi and Narayan have completed their 84 births, And so they are the ones who should receive knowledge first. The father of the tree of the human world is Brahma, and the father of souls is Shiva. So they are Bap and Dada, and you are his grandchildren. You receive knowledge from him. The father says, only when I enter hell do I create heaven. God Shiva speaks, Lakshmi and Narayan are not Trikaldarshi. They don't have the knowledge of the creator or of creation, and so how could this knowledge have existed from time immemorial? Something that you simply keep saying that death is about to come, and yet nothing happens. There is an example of this. A small boy kept saying that a lion had come, but no lion ever came. Eventually, one day, a lion did come and ate all the sheep. All of those stories refer to the present time. One day, death will eat everyone. What will you be able to do then? This is such a big sacrificial fire of God. No one except God can create such a big sacrificial fire. If you call yourself a Brahmin, a mouth-born creation of Brahma, and don't become pure, you die. You have to make a promise to Shiv Baba. Sweet Baba, Baba who is making me into a master of heaven, I am yours and I will remain yours until the end. If you divorce such a father or bridegroom, you won't be able to become an emperor or empress. Acha, to the sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the mother, the father Bap Dada. The spiritual father says Namaste to the spiritual children, and the spiritual children say Namaste to the spiritual father. Essence for Dharana number 1. Become a true helper of God and help the Father with your purity in making Bharat into heaven. Become a spiritual social worker. Second, don't stop studying due to being confused by any type of question. Put aside the questions and remember the Father and the inheritance. Blessing, may you become an image of experience who gives others the feeling of belonging by staying beyond all limits. Just as it emerges in each one's mind, my Baba, so let it emerge in each one's mind. This one is mine. For an unlimited brother or sister, Didi or Dadi, no matter where you stay, you are an instrument for unlimited service to take place. To stay beyond all limits and to have unlimited feelings and unlimited good wishes is to follow the Father. Now experience this practically and also give others the same experience. Experienced mature ones are usually called Pitaji brackets father or Kakaji brackets uncle. Become experienced in this way in an unlimited way, that is, let everyone experience belonging. Slogan: continue to fly in the stage of being beyond and you will not get trapped in the bondage of any branch of karma. Slogan: continue to fly in the stage of being beyond and you will not get trapped in the bondage of any branch of karma. Om Shanti.